Hey guys, Henry here, and today we're going to be talking about Disney's latest film, Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon is available in limited theatrical release and on Disney Plus for an extra fee. It's directed by Don Hall, who directed Big Hero 6, and Carlos Lopez Estrada, who directed Blindspotting, and has an Asian-filled voice cast, including Awkwafina, Marie Tran, Gemma Chan, Benedict Wong, and Daniel Day Kim, to name a few. I won't lie, after I initially heard it was going straight to Disney Plus, I was number one, disappointed, feeling like this Disney animated film with strong Asian representation was gonna get cast aside and straight to streaming, another victim of COVID-19. And then number two, I got really skeptical that it might just not be any good. It just reeked of what happened with Mulan, and it seemed maybe Disney might be dumping this film in some way, but luckily my hunch was wrong, and Raya and the Last Dragon was actually a very quality film. It's a film that follows the character of Raya, played by Marie Tran, who's in search of the last dragon Sisu, and fragments of a magical stone that she hopes will bring peace to a land called Kumandra by reuniting the separate factions and stopping the Droon, this evil magic that works its way across the land, turning people into stone. The opening of the film starts in Raya'S youth, as she's still a young girl learning from her father, who's the head of their clan. Through their father-daughter interactions, we are immediately given a background to what has happened to their country and how their land has become divided, and how Raya's father hopes to bring the country together. And this movie just starts off so strong. The bond between Raya and her father is absolutely beautiful, and there's a stark contrast between her youth and naivety and his age and wisdom. And yeah, I won't lie, some tears may have been shed early on. This film draws upon several Southeast Asian cultures, and the design of the different areas and lands really reflect the diversity of the cultures. Each of the lands that Raya travels to is its own fully realized world, inspired by the different cultures and landscapes of Asia. And the care and effort they invested into the look and the feel of the animation cannot be understated. The dragons really reminded me of the dragons in Spirited Away, and the way that they flew in the air, if you even call it flying, because they're sort of stepping on little raindrops. It was so refreshingly creative and beautiful to watch. While the story was essentially a scavenger hunt, going from city to city, collecting pieces of the magical orb, the way that the crew built up feels really organic, as they form this fellowship. And the story is really strengthened by a theme of unity and finding common ground, trust and forgiveness. And these themes really overcome the simplicity of the plot. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of spelling out and a little bit of composition dumping, and the optimism from Awkwafina's Sisu the dragon banging on about trust was a little bit overbearing, and the characters sometimes felt like they were over-explaining themselves, when I think the imagery and the narrative really got the job done on its own. And to be fair, the story isn't very original, but at the same time, I didn't feel like it needed to be a really complex plot. The familiarity of the story beats were mixed in together with more unique elements, and that ultimately allowed the film to feel relatively fresh. Raya and the Last Dragon really could have just ended up being a traditional princess story wrapped up in an Asian skin, but it really isn't that at all. It's a story that creates its own history while paying homage to the mythology that has existed in Asian culture. It's a story about a princess with magic, but a story also about a young woman who's determined to save her father and hopes to save the world. It's a movie that is female dominated, with the protagonists and the antagonists being female, but it doesn't rub it in your face. It's a movie that clearly has been treated with a lot of care, and a movie with a lot of heart. It really just sucks that in a COVID world, people have to pay extra to watch this at home. Raya and the Last Dragon is definitely worth a watch. It's such a bummer that it couldn't come out in cinemas worldwide and had to settle for streaming, because Raya and the Last Dragon is a movie that deserves to be watched in a crowded theater. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. What did you guys think of Raya and the Last Dragon? Did you agree with my take? I would really love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you guys all again for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.